Pat, you are live.
Hello and welcome everybody to another live dive here at Casuarina Point, Grand Cayman. I am Pat, your underwater biologist today. On camera, capturing all of these moments for you, we have Riyadh, the South African, and on the surface we have my favourite girl in all of the Scottish lands, Lauren. So today I am quite far offshore. We are at one of my favourite bombings right here, which is quite productive. Every time we come here we see something cool. So I am at, just let me get my computer out here, 15 metres deep, so I'm about 50 feet down and about 200 metres or 600 feet offshore. Now just in front of Don Foster's Dive Centre on the western side of Grand Cayman Island. So if you have any questions today, please send them in. Use that hashtag diveLIVE, and it is conservation of mangrove ecosystems today around the world. So we don't actually have any mangroves that we can show you. We would like to do a dive live there, but it would just be a bit tricky. But do check out our video on Facebook, and if you have any mangrove questions whatsoever, please send them in because they are really important ecosystems. So, Lauren, do you want to say hello and I'll start having a look, see what I can find here?
Sure. Hi there everyone. It's great to be with you for the second dive of today. Now hopefully we can start ticking off those things that we have on our wish list, and we know what all of your wishes are as well, so I have a good feeling it's going to be a great dive. But as Pat mentioned, it is the International Day for the Conservation of the Mangroves ecosystem. Now we did speak a little bit about this morning, but for those of you who have just joined, Pat, would you like to share your knowledge and explain exactly why mangroves are really important to us and the coral reefs?
Yeah, most definitely. So mangroves are super important in context with coral reefs. So you might not think the two ecosystems are that connected, but they actually are. So what mangroves do is they act as a buffer between land and sea. So these corals are actually really protected by the fact that the mangroves trap a lot of sediment and nutrients. So the nutrient side of things means that the water quality offshore is a lot better, and it also reduces turbidity. So a lot of freshwater runoff from the land brings with it a lot of sediment, which increases turbidity and reduces sunlight, which is really important to corals. So they really do kind of shelter the corals in a way. Now also, a lot of the adult species that we see here on the reef will start their lives in the sheltered, protected ecosystems of the mangroves. So they will come out here as they do mature, but will start off in the mangroves. Now they also act as huge carbon sinks. And what a carbon sink is just essentially taking carbon dioxide out of the ecosystem. So they store it in amongst the mangroves. And what this does is it reduces carbon dioxide, which means two things. Firstly, it reduces the effect of global warming, which bleaches these precious corals, and it also reduces acidification of the ocean, which affects the calcium carbonate skeletons of these corals.
That was an awesome explanation. Thanks for that, Pat. And we do have a question from Proud's Cat Mama asking, what does a mangrove need to survive? So I'll help with that one. So they do need to be able to cope with salt. So they are obviously plants, and salt water can kill plants. So mangroves must be able to extract fresh water from the seawater that does surround them. And actually many mangrove species can survive by filtering out as much as 90% of the salt found in the seawater as it enters their roots. So they have to be highly specialized in order to survive in this environment.
Yeah, most definitely. And then, of course, on top of that, you've got your obvious of sunlight, which which all plants need to survive.
Yeah, and James is asking, what can one do to help conserve the mangroves?
Well, firstly, we can help by spreading awareness. A lot of mangroves are just seen as really nuisances. So a lot of coastal development clears mangroves. So there's a lot of deforestation that occurs because of this. So spreading awareness of the fact that they're not just mosquito-ridden swamps and the kind of barren wastelands, that they are actually super productive ecosystems, can make people think twice before building in a place like this. Now, on top of that, you can also help. There's a lot of mangrove cleanup programs if you are somewhere near mangroves, and just by volunteering, you know, making a difference, you can really help out this much needed protection of the ecosystems.
Yes, and we do have some requests for today. So Richard is requesting an emperor angelfish. So I don't believe we get the emperor here, do we, Pat?
No, not that I am aware of. I haven't seen it in the ID books.
Yeah, I'm just having a look. I really don't believe we get the emperor here. I know which one you're referring to, as there's lots of them in the Maldives, but I don't believe they're present here. But of course, we can always point out angelfish. And we have a request from Marcy to see a lionfish.
Alrighty, we haven't actually shown a lionfish for a while, so I will be on the lookout for that. Now, if we'll come around this body a little bit, there is, I did see it just before, there's a real segment of Montastria coral that really has its polyps open, and this species tends to open up their polyps during the night, so we don't often see them extended. But I think, here it is, so just down here we are, so this encrusting coral here, we can really get a good look just at the structures of polyps. So we can see that most of these here are extended. We can see the little rings of tentacles coming around the polyps there. And that really just shows how their structure is, that there's just a group of tentacles that can either be extended or retracted that circle a mouth, and inside this mouth it just leads to a simple digestive tract. And I'm not sure why they are all extended right now, because they are quite often closed during the day. So perhaps because this is on the underside of a rocky ledge, it may need to feed a little bit more to compensate for the fact that it doesn't get sunlight.
Yeah, and just to add to that, Pat, it's became really overcast ahead on the surface. There's lots of clouds above us now, quite dark ones. The sun's not really shining. So maybe that can add to the fact that the polyps are extended on this particular coral.
Yeah, most definitely. So corals feed in two methods. They have the first one, which is when the symbiotic algae that lives inside of the coral produces energy from sunlight. So the sunlight doesn't directly feed the corals, but it feeds the algae that lives inside it, and this algae is willing to share a little bit of this energy in return for a house and some shelter. And secondly, they will use these tentacles to feed as well. So it makes sense that in the absence of sunlight, they would switch to this physical feeding, if you will.
Yeah, and this one gets called the star coral because the polyps kind of look like the shape of a star, so that's kind of a sort of common name that we use for a coral like this.
And just moving over this way now to a different type of coral, one we haven't really ever spoken about on diveLIVE. It is the flower coral, which is in a big colony right here. And I'll just get out of the Rian's way. But if we zoom into this one, we can see that it's actually got its tentacles out, which I've never actually seen before.
Yeah, we can really see that. It's awesome.
Yeah, so it just really shows you how diverse corals can be. They can be in crossing forms, in singular kind of not branch forms, but flower forms like the one we're seeing now. They can be branched, they can be boulder shaped, they can be brain shaped. They really do come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah, and P. Hart was asking what are the pink objects. I did see them also, and I believe you're referring to feather duster worms that were born into the coral.
Yeah, there are quite a few feather duster and horseshoe worms here on this little bombing.
Yeah, that's what I think you're referring to there. They're just sort of sticking out of the coral.
So, let's move off this bombing now and head back towards the reef and show up a little bit so I can spend a little bit more time with you all down here.
Yeah, so just to confirm, that was feather duster worms, like a feather duster that you would use to clean. And Proud Cat Mama was asking what was the names of those corals. So we just have really common names for them because coral can be notoriously difficult to identify. But we call the first one a star coral, and the second one you call the flower coral. Is that right, Pat?
Yes, they are flower corals. Now, I can see Rianne's just looking around for me. Sorry, can I get you to take over for a second, Lauren? I've just got a bit of a tangle in the cable here. So I'm just on top of you, Rianne, don't worry.
Not a problem at all. So, as most of you know, this is our third last day broadcasting of phase 1. So please do send in your questions as long as they are relevant to what we're seeing and the coral reefs around here in general. And we will try to answer them. We do try to answer everything that most of you ask. And we have got a limited number of dives left. So please do send everything in. And up ahead, there is a giant hogfish.
Oh, wow, this one is big as well. Probably.
It's a boy, I think, right?
Yeah, definitely. So we can tell that because of the white spot just behind its ventral fins there. Sorry, dorsal fins, the top side of the fins. Yeah, so I'd say it's about 80 centimetres, just a little bit under 3 feet long, so it is a big male. And it does do what it's pretty much always doing, and that is sniffing around in the sand and then filtering out whatever it wants to eat by digging up the sand with that shovel-like nose, letting all the food fall through the gills, and it will excrete the sand back out from the gills.
Yeah, the giant hogfish are the biggest of all wrasse. They are part of the wrasse family, and they're very closely related to parrotfish within that family, which is quite surprising. Their Latin name also has the word maximus in it, which kind of shows us that it is a large fish. So it does change colour quite regularly as well, using these specialised chromatophores, and normally these colour changes are just to communicate in some way. It can be either a warning sign, a communication to another fish, or it could just be symbolised that it's feeding.
So we have made it back onto the reef, and I am at 13 metres now, so I've come a little bit shallower, so that is about 40 feet. So we'll make our way kind of up onto the crest and then come around and have a look out for hopefully a nurse shark. It is Shark Week, so I do kind of want to keep on the margins on the reef just in case there is one lurking about. And I'll also be looking on the inside of the reef for, just about anything that we really want to show before our time here is done. So that could include an octopus or a golden hamlet, or what else do we want, Lauren?
A loggerhead.
Loggerhead, yes. Oh geez, that would be amazing. So we'll be praying to Poseidon while we move along the reef, and I will be keeping my eyes peeled.
Yes, and Spas, just for your information, it was the giant hogfish, which is Lachnolimus maximus, so it's got quite a powerful Latin name. And I did receive your comment, Betty, about the fish list. You all know we are compiling one. So yes, before phase 1 does end, I will figure out a way of how to share it with you all. So stay tuned and I will let you know how you can all see this fish list.
Yeah. Has been quite an impressive list so far. We've captured a lot of stuff, and we do have love dogs as well to thank for helping us out with this list.
Yeah, we've got a lot of people to thank for making this happen, but Love Dogs has definitely helped us with our fish identification. So Matt is asking, are there any eels around?
Eels? Well, there are hundreds. Let's go back out onto the sand and show you a couple. So I can 100% guarantee we are always going to find these garden eels here because they do live in their burrows and that is where they will stay for most of their life, except when they're mating, the females will go to a male's burrow. But here they are here, so we will stay back a little bit. They do tend to retract if we do get too close, but now that we have this awesome zoom, we can just hang back and have a little gaze here at them. So these are the garden eels. We do also get moray eels as well, quite a few different species, but I thought I'd show you these ones because I know that we can definitely see them.
Yeah, we can see them really well, even their little eye and how wriggly they are.
Yeah, they are quite cute if you can observe them up close, but unfortunately, to the human eye, whenever we get close enough to actually properly have a look, they're generally retracted back into their nests. I mean their burrows, not nests, sorry. We can see them dancing there, and that is, it's not actually a dance, it's just them moving across the water to try and capture whatever plankton may be floating past their heads.
Yeah, they're very slippery things, always moving to try and capture food, and if we were to go too close, which we are not, they will slip right back into their burrows. Oh, just like that one did.
And this is because of the special adaptation in eels that allows them to actually swim backwards. So this is not often observed in fish, but in eels are still technically fish. They are able to do this.
So I believe these are the brown garden eels. There is also another species called the yellow garden eel, so it's difficult to tell colour at this depth, but I do believe this is the brown garden eels.
Yeah, they do look quite brown, but that's actually also an interesting point raised by Lauren, is that a lot of the fish colours that you see down here may be significantly different when you're on the surface, and that is because as you go deeper, more wavelengths of the spectrum are absorbed by the water. So red is the first colour to be lost on the spectrum as you go down, and blue is the very last. But as you get deeper, colours do become a lot more different than what you think they would actually be.
And we had a question about how many eel species are there here, and there are around 34, but that is including the moray eels, the garden eels, and the conger eels. So there's a whole different variety of eels, and there's around 34 different species present here in the Caribbean region.
Yes, there really is a lot.
So Sammy Jane's asking, do they have eyes?
Do the eels have eyes?
Yes.
Yes, they do. So if Rian can zoom up on one of their heads, you can see that they do have eyes. Although eels are not really known for their great eyesight. They have very acute, sharpened senses of smell. But as for their eyesight, it's all good.
And yes, Baz, conger eels and moray eels are different. So Betty's mentioned the current must not be so strong as they're wriggling around trying to get food. Is that correct, Pat?
Yeah, the current is negligible today. There is not really much movement in the water at all, which does make it a bit more difficult for these guys, but I can still see plenty of visible plankton stirred up in the water, so they still are getting good.
Yeah, well spotted, Betty. You're already reading the behaviour of these eels. And Proud's cat mama was asking Pat, how do garden eels reproduce?
So, reproduction I'm not actually too familiar with. I know with moray eels they have 4 different modes of reproduction throughout their species. For garden eels though, I'm not actually sure. I know that the female will go to the male's burrow during reproduction, but whether they broadcast spawn or not, I'm not that sure.
I believe there are separate sexes. There is male and females, and that the females will lay their eggs. But as Pat mentioned, the eel family in general is very diverse. There's lots of different modes of reproduction displayed. But for garden eels, I believe that is how they reproduce, and the males will scoot over to the females' burrows.
So let's move back around, kind of still along the edge of the reef, more towards the Devil's Grotto. But there is a really nice little interesting bommy here, so I'm going to have a quick look at this one through and to see if there's anything interesting hanging about.
So just while you're on the move, we had a question about the status of the giant hawkfish that we saw. So as per the IUCN Red List, I can confirm that it is vulnerable.
Yes, and I believe that is due to fishing pressure. So they are a prized food.
So I love just going over the sandy patch here. You never know what you're going to see, and the bombing that Pat is traveling towards is quite a productive one, so it's always good to just check it out and have a little look for anything that may be living there.
Yeah, so I'm really looking hard for an octopus. Unfortunately, they are nocturnal animals, so the chances of seeing one in the daytime are greatly reduced, but that's never to say that we won't see one.
Yeah, never say never. I tried very hard this morning as well. We do know a lot of you would really like to see one, and we are trying our best. So Pat, we do have a question on Paddy. Scheme, I'm not sure if that's how you say it, is asking what depth you're at.
So right now I am at 12.7 meters, which in feet is just under 40.
So Stas is asking a question about octopus, and it's quite relevant to the fact that we rarely do see one. So where do they actually live, Pat?
They live hidden away inside the real complex areas of a reef. So they don't really have any skeletons. They have quite malleable bodies, so they can really hide away and fit into incredibly tight spaces, which is why they're so good at hiding. So they can really modify their body also to camouflage into whatever substrate they may be hidden away in. And on top of that, they can also change their skin colour as well to even further hide themselves away. So that is why they are notoriously difficult to spot.
And we do have a question here from Miss Muffingale asking, do we have dogfish? I have never heard of dogfish. Have you, Pat?
No. I know that there, in some parts of the world, there are some sharks that they call dogfish. Unless you're referring to the dog snapper, I really don't know.
Yeah, there's a dog-toothed tuna and there's a dog snapper, but otherwise I'm really not sure. If you could clarify, we can definitely try and answer that for you.
Yeah, definitely.
I wonder if we'll see any turtles today. We have been seeing turtles almost every single day for the past week, so I wonder if we'll encounter any of our residents.
Yeah. I'm expecting that at least one will pop over and say hi. Well, I'm hoping anyway. But yes, we have been spoiled with turtles in the last week, even possibly more.
And right ahead of us is that leathery ball sponge, and that is exactly their favourite food. So, right there, well done, Rianne. That is their perfect, ideal choice of food. So they might be around.
Yeah, I think I actually am close to the sponge.
Ooh.
So that will increase our chances of seeing them.
Yeah, lots of people are hoping for a turtle. That would be a great sighting for us.
I just noticed up here this rope sponge. I just wanted to quickly point it out because it is huge. This would probably be about 1.5 meters high. And it's just really sticking up, protruding off the reef here. So
yeah, we can see that.
Probably about 5 feet tall. And I can tell that this is a sponge and not a gorgonian. A, because there's not the presence of any polyps at all. And secondly, is that it's lined with tiny little holes that are actually pores that it uses to breathe out, so to speak, and release all the water that it has kind of drawn in to extract food and oxygen.
Yeah, we can see all those little holes. The bigger holes are the excurrent holes, and the more smaller micro holes are the ones that they draw the water in from. So this is a rope sponge, and it's growing very tall. How long would you say it was, Pat?
Probably about 5 feet, so about 1.5 meters. So probably about as big as you almost, Lauren.
And that's not very big.
For a sponge, though.
Yeah, for a sponge it is very tall. So Pat, we have a really interesting question from someone on Paddy who's just started watching. Peace 93 was asking, what exactly is that line attached to you that's going up to the surface?
Good question. So, this, hang on, let me grab it here. So, this line here is attached from my mask. Where's it? There's a little cord somewhere here. Here we go. So this is attached from my mask to this cable, and then that goes into the housing on Rianne's back and is plugged in there. And this housing is kind of the central transporter for all of our audio and video. So there's another cable that is plugged into that same housing that runs all the way back to where Lauren is right now, where it connects up with all of our tech gizmos that I honestly have no idea what half of them do. And then Lauren is able to hear and talk and communicate with us from all of this.
So you can see Pat has speakers near his ears. We're getting a good view of them now. He has a speaker on each ear so he can hear me. And inside his mask, beside his mouth, which we can't see, there is a microphone. So he's able to talk and I am able to hear him. So we did have someone say it's a comms cable, and you are correct. That's what we call it. We call it the comms cable. And we do have a funny comment from Lara Mira saying it's your leash.
Yes, the old ball and chain.
Yes, I keep him on a tight leash when he's underwater.
And on land.
So it took us a long time to learn. If any of you were with us from the start, it was a long journey to learn how to dive with all these equipment. But we now finally have the hang of it, and we're able to deliver these dives to you all.
Yes, touch wood. but it actually has been quite successful lately with our audio and streaming. It's been great.
Rianne actually had a fish on the camera. I followed it for a little while that I'm not sure we have identified before.
Ooh.
It was a very small one with spots. Yep, I think he knows which one I am talking about. We just followed it. Looks like a wrasse, so I'm just going to have a little look because we all got a really good view of it.
Yeah, I can't actually see this one.
It's very small. I think it's a juvenile. But it was very pretty, and we had it up for quite some time. So I'm just going to try and see if I can bring up the ID. But Pat, while we're looking, Ashley's asking a question about sharks, and since it's Shark Week, I thought we can answer it.
Sure.
Are there any hammerheads around?
Yes. So they are very rare, but they are sighted occasionally here in Grand Cayman. So they do feed on stingrays, and Grand Cayman has a very large population of stingrays. So you can occasionally see these hammerheads, mostly in the morning, spotted. But as I said, it is a rare sighting, but they are definitely here.
Oh, we have the cutie patootie little chicken nugget.
Oh, dude!
We have officially named these chicken nuggets.
So these are the post-larval stage of the trunkfish. So this is just after they've transitioned from a larvae into an adult. I mean, not an adult, a juvenile. They are extremely cute. You can't really make out their fins or anything like that. So they do just kind of look like a ball with lips floating about.
They're just so adorable, it's kind of impossible to take them too seriously. Well spotted, Rianne. It was actually Rianne himself who decided to name them little chicken nuggets. Oh, it's actually eating! We just saw it eat some algae off the rock.
Oh, that's incredible.
Oh, we can see its little eyes as well. You could easily swim over this and not realise what it is at all.
So we have been seeing a few of these around lately, so perhaps the trunkfish have just gone through a recent spawning season.
Yeah, well, Sammy Jane is asking if it's the same one, so I think that's probably impossible to tell. It was obviously me that was diving yesterday, so I'm not sure if they are in the same area, but it's most likely not the same one.
Yeah, nah, it would be very unlikely. But yeah, as Lauren said, we have no real defining features to tell that from.
And Betty was asking about how long it would take to grow larger.
I'm not too sure on the growth rate of trunkfish. Yeah, I'm really not sure.
I'm not sure of the growth rates, but for most fish, it's really not very long. They don't stay in their juvenile phases for long. It will start to develop into what we know more as the spotted trunkfish.
Well, let's go from something extremely small to something quite large. So off in this direction, oh, I have lost sight of it, but there was a large, what looks like either a permit or a pompano. It's hanging out just above the reef.
Pompano would be great. We've never actually shown one during a live dive.
Yeah, so it was quite a way away, and now I've lost sight of it.
No worries. While you're looking, Pat, can we have an air check?
Yeah, of course. So, oh, wow. Okay, so I'm on 60 bar, which I didn't realise. I didn't even realise I'd been down here that long. So yes, I have 60 bar, so not too long left down here, unfortunately.
So a lot of people are clarifying what a dogfish is. Thank you, we appreciate it. Yes, it's a type of shark. I call it a mud shark. So yeah, it's a good thing we know what we're talking about. And I do see all your comments and questions about phase 2. We are also very excited about it. Unfortunately, we can't say anything about phase 2 at the minute. We need to take this time to learn everything we can from phase 1. We're getting a lot of compliments, Pat, on how much we've improved from people that have followed us from the start.
Well, I'm glad. So you good?
So we thank you so much for your compliments. It's been a lot of work, but we're so glad to bring you on these adventures with us. So stay tuned. We will be able to tell you more in time.
Yes. And on that, I will have to wrap up the dive. I do apologise, it's been a bit of a shorter one. I can't seem to see this pompano or permit or whatever it was that I saw, but it was massive. So that's unfortunate, but as Lauren said, we are wrapping up very soon. We actually have 2 more days left of broadcasting, so it has been an amazing journey and it's been such a success, and we really do thank you all for being along on this journey with us. So tomorrow will be actually our last dives here at Casuarina Point. We will be out on the boat on Saturday, so tomorrow will be our last day at our beloved reef here. So please make sure you tune in. We'll be doing a dive at 7 AM, that will be with me, and 11 AM, and that will be with Lauren, Grand Cayman time. So I hope to see you all down here in the ocean tomorrow.
Yes, thank you diveLIVE family, and thank you Pat. Tomorrow's our last day at Casuarina Reef, so please do join us. Until then, we'll see you later.